Welcome to It's the Ancient A Show by Penaveda. We appreciate you being an active listener and support group for those currently being victimized by Gage Kirby and other conservatives both online and in person. Warning. The thoughts, ideas, and suggestions of Gage Kirby does not represent the people who run this podcast, Penaveda Universal Media, or its affiliates, as it is with every one of our podcasts, both past, present, and future.
Just looks at you and says, "Go away, please."
Right, and that's still your fault. So, still you.
If I ask you to kindly just go away, never contact me again, get rid of all the shit you posted about me because I want nothing to fucking do with you.
Well, when
Your
you
only
gonna do it
response should be,
then?
"I'm gonna report you and cry."
Because you keep doing stupid stuff, at least reporting people crying. That's your fault. So,
But I haven't said anything in recent years,
you're
so I
saying
don't get
things
why
now.
you still care.
You're saying things now.
Because you're being an annoying ass.
That's not an excuse.
Constantly doing shit to get attention.
That's what you're doing now.
Okay, so what exactly is me trying to get your attention? I don't post things about you publicly.
Yes, you do. You've been sharing tons of information with what's his name? With your good time buddy there and whatnot.
So he's not allowed to see things that have been cataloged for the purpose of offering further content.
And who categorized it?
I mean, cataloged it.
No, I said who categorized it.
Anyone that was around to see it when it was going on.
Who?
Like anyone, it's hard to really keep track because there's a lot of people that I'm friends with and acquaintances with who will sometimes see something that they feel like, hey, I think you should know about this. Someone's doing this involving your family or whatever. I think you should be made aware.
Okay, so who? You don't know one person?
It's hard to really place who because there's a lot of different people who sometimes come to me about stuff like this.
Try.
Because people should know if their relatives are possibly being harassed or possibly being placed in risk of harm.
No.
Got mad about their feelings getting hurt on the internet.
No, I didn't say why. I said try.
That's interesting. They found a way to hybridize mycelium with clover. That's new.
He really is an idiot.
No, I'm just thinking about something more interesting.
Right, so you're saying that thinking is more interesting than what you say. Right.
I'm saying that it's more interesting to actually read about something in botany than it is to constantly argue with you about circular nonsense.
So that means that botany is more important than what you're saying. Right.
No, I'm saying that if I find something interesting, it's most likely going to be a lot more worth my time than just hearing the same circular argument from the same person for an hour and a half.
So you have a tainted personality disorder then. That's what you're saying.
That's not what that means.
No, it is what that means.
No, because I feel like I don't owe you my time because you're just going to waste it. That is somehow the same thing as someone having DID.
So that means that basically defending your position is a waste of time.
You're not really defending your position, though. You're basically just making the same blanket statement. You're broad brushing the same blanket statements over and over again because you can't actually defend yourself effectively.
No, I said you, not me, you.
Like, the argument is this. If you don't like people disagreeing with you, you probably shouldn't walk up to people and scream stupid horseshit at them.
So why are you doing it?
I don't scream stupid horseshit.
You just got finished saying that my life is meaningless and pointless. Why don't I kill myself?
Well, it is meaningless and pointless.
Well, there you go. So again, right. So there you go. So you did say that. Finally, you're being honest.
If what you've done for the past 6 years
I haven't done anything.
Of the progress you've made socially, it's not encouraging.
So again, that means nothing because I'm not understanding.
It means that you've spent 6 years arguing with someone on the internet because they hurt your fucking feelings.
Right, so that's your fault. You've been bullying people, yes.
You wasted 6 years of your life bitching about what is essentially nothing because you can't let shit go because I dented your ego.
No, it's not waste.
I dented your ego.
No,
and now you're mad. You want the whole world to be made aware that you're mad, even if you have to constantly burn yourself at the stake to make it happen.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I mean, the 6 years that actually hasn't been a waste. I mean,
Yes, it has.
no, it hasn't. It hasn't been a waste at all.
Like a lot of wasted time.
No, it hasn't been a waste at all. I mean,
you wasted months of your time whining about nothing.
No, it hasn't been waste. Unless you're calling yourself nothing. Now you're saying you're nothing. That's sad.
No, I'm saying that you're handling what would be a relatively mundane disagreement, and you turned it into a whole thing.
Yeah, that's what you did. You turned the whole thing 6 years and nothing.
You're the one that kept pursuing other people long after the fact.
Well, why we shouldn't have done that either?
When other people wanted just to leave you alone, you started writing books about people.
Yeah, again, you never want to leave people alone. That's why you keep bothering people. That's the whole point.
When other people blocked you and pretended you didn't exist, you then took it upon yourself to intensify the harassment.
That's what you did. Everybody else, yeah, actually, that is true. Everybody else left, except for you. You're the last one. Oh,
because
you and
okay, you want to know why I didn't go?
And you and Professor Curious, whoever that idiot is. Oh, and the other guy.
Like you do.
What are you talking about?
I say you talk a lot of shit for someone that looks like you do.
I still know what you're talking about. Get to the point.
Your skull looks like a horrible reconstruction surgery was botched by a blind doctor.
See, this is the whole time point. You're bullying people, and you want to sit there and say you're not bullying people.
You call my friend an idiot, but if I stand up for my friend, that's me.
Again, not standing up for anything. And number two, actions and character.
I'm standing up for my friend.
No, you're not standing up for anybody.
That's bullying, and I don't much appreciate that.
Well, it's not bullying people. And again,
you're not. I very much appreciate that you call my friend an idiot and bully him.
Yeah, again, actions and character. Only an idiot will go and do what you're doing. I don't
appreciate the fact that you're bullying my friend because he's not here.
Again, actions and character. Do you not know what actions and character is?
I don't find that particularly polite that you call someone an idiot just because they don't agree with you.
Again, you're a bully, you're a harasser, you're
bullying, and I find that not to be a do-da of you.
Right, so then stop bullying people then. That's still your fault.
I don't find that to be very nice of you.
Well, then that's still your fault. Stop bullying people.
So it's my fault that you call my friend an idiot and start bullying him?
Yes, because again, you could have went out there.
Are you gonna start bullying him because he's dyspraxic too?
That's what you do. You bully people constantly.
You're gonna start bullying Professor Curious because he's dyspraxic?
Yeah, you bully people. Okay, that's wonderful. Now, again,
you're gonna start attacking Professor Curious because he can't handwrite?
You do attack people. Yes, that is your fault.
Are you gonna start attacking him because he has dyspraxia and can't draw? Yeah,
you do attack people.
Are you gonna attack him because he's also autistic with dyspraxia?
Yeah, you also attack people. Yeah, you. You did do that too. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because
he's from another country who has autism, dyspraxia.
I remember now. You went out there and attacked.
Are you going to attack him because he's bisexual, autistic?
You went out there and you attacked somebody and they killed themselves.
When was this?
What do you mean? When was that? You and your good time buddies, you and Damien Tate and all them other people, you going back and forth with someone, and then they ended up killing themselves.
Who supposedly killed themselves?
Yes, they did kill themselves. That's a fact. They killed themselves.
Who was it?
I don't know. It was Andrew or something. Somebody else. It was
Andrew didn't kill himself. He died of natural causes.
No, he killed himself.
He literally died because his lungs shut down on him because he had a disease that was slowly killing him.
No, that was fake. He said he said he had cancer, and then come to find out it was a lie because one of your friends said it was.
No, he didn't have cancer, but he was dying from another disease that was killing him.
No, he killed himself.
No, he didn't.
No, he did kill himself. That is a fact.
The report, please.
No, he did kill himself. Why would I lie about that? He did kill himself. What?
Where'd you hear that?
Where I hear that from? It was all over the place. He killed himself. And
okay, well, if it was all over the place, then cite where it was from.
Again, that was years ago.
So you don't remember?
Again, that was years ago. I don't hold on to things like you.
We actually found his obituary.
Yeah, again, he killed himself.
His cause of death was listed as autoimmune failure.
Right, so he killed himself.
That's not... He didn't kill himself. His immune system just shut down and he died.
Because he killed himself. You know how easy it is for the immune system to shut down? You going around taking pills or drinking too much? quite simple, actually.
So if he would be able to take pills, he was already wheelchair bound and he already needed the respirator, so he wouldn't have been able to take pills by himself.
No, he could take pills
He
by
also,
himself.
given his mobility issues and the fact that he required a respirator, there was no way he'd be able to drink because he was also underage and wouldn't be allowed to drink.
Again, age doesn't even exist. People drink when they want to drink. And number
The point
two,
being is, like, his family wouldn't have allowed him to drink because they were very, very staunch Catholics.
yeah, again, that still means nothing. You're a Catholic that drink
The point
wine.
being is, his family were very, very strict religiously. They wouldn't have allowed him to drink more often than not.
But
He
still,
literally died because his body had shut down on him.
So he killed himself.
He didn't kill himself. You're literally just saying that he killed himself over and over again when nothing proves that.
No, his death proves it.
Okay, so if I walk outside and was hit by a car, does that mean I'm allowed to say that you made me kill myself if I walked in front of a car and didn't see it coming?
Again, if you walked in front of a car, that's your fault. You should be looking both ways. So,
but the fact is, like, they're both isolated incidents that had nothing at all to do with anything except time and place.
No, it has to do with your idiocracy. You should be looking both ways. You should be paying attention.
The point being is, like, nobody made Andrew kill himself.
You did.
When?
What do you when? When you open your big mouth and start bullying people for being different than you.
He didn't kill himself.
He killed himself. You can be in denial all you want to. He killed himself.
What proves that he killed himself? What documentation do you have to confirm that his death was suicide?
The fact that he killed himself.
So you can't prove it.
I just did. The fact that he killed himself. I mean, what idiot?
So you can't prove that he killed himself.
I just did, you idiot. What reason would someone go out there and lie and say someone killed himself when he didn't?
The best way to get people's sympathy is to pretend that someone died of a cause that would otherwise warrant sympathy.
So that means
a lot of people do it usually when they can't defend their actions because they know it's the easiest way to get people to listen is simply to pretend that they're suicidal. People suicide bait all the time. As unfortunate as it is, people do it.
So now I can say the same thing about you and your sister then. You're just lying about your sister, because you keep losing and whatnot. You're just desperate.
No, because I can prove you did that.
You can't prove anything. I don't even know your bloody sister.
Look at the fucking chat.
I don't know your sister. There's a difference.
You don't need to know her.
I do need to know her.
You posted it anyway, you ugly faggot.
There you go again with the homophobia. Wow, yeah, keep going. Bravo. Keep going.
Blah, blah, blah. Hurt your fucking feelings.
Exactly, and it's still your fault, and there's consequences for your actions. Now we're learning.
Yeah, I know. Why don't you just hire someone to kill me and settle the score?
Because violence is never the answer, and I'm not like you.
Just get all your following caps together and hire someone to kill me.
Yeah, again, I'm not like you.
Get all your following caps together and hire someone to scream at me.
Yeah, I'm not like you. I'm not.
Go on. Get your tomato throwers and your peanut gallery ready.
Yeah, again, I'm still not like you.
The point being is Andrew didn't die from suicide.
No, he killed himself. He did do that. That is fact. He did kill himself.
I have family over in California. They work in the coroner's office. They were able to determine the cause of death.
Yeah, again, he didn't live in California, did he?
It was not fucking suicide.
No, it was suicide. You can sit there and lie all you want to. It was suicide. I remember perfectly clear. It was suicide. He did kill himself. There was no evidence whatsoever that he had any respiratory problems or anything like that.
No, how would he be able to kill himself given the fact that he was wheelchair bound and could barely breathe without a respirator?
You're trying to tell me that people in wheelchairs can't kill themselves?
I'm saying that someone that can barely move without requiring a respirator is most likely not going to be physically capable of killing themselves because they're already short on breath.
Okay, so
physically taxing for someone to attempt to kill themselves.
Right, but then you also say they can kill themselves, so you just contradict yourself.
No, you're literally just saying things that I didn't say.
No, you did say them. You said that. I just asked you.
By themselves without the respirator, they could. But if someone's
there you go.
Struggling to
Exactly.
breathe and they're constantly suffocating, practically, they most likely won't have the energy to kill themselves because they'd be struggling far too much just moving around.
Right, but again,
especially given the fact. Don't cut me off mid-sentence.
But again...
Also, it doesn't help the fact that he is particularly hefty, which means he probably would have been struggling a lot just to move around.
Okay,
he would not be in the condition to try to kill himself.
Right, so he killed himself then.
He didn't fucking kill himself.
No, he killed himself.
Who'd you hear it from?
Who do you want to hear it from? He killed himself. I had a report or something. Someone sent me a report or something. Years ago. It can't be that long.
Yeah, funny how you don't remember who.
Yeah, funny how you don't remember what you did. Yeah, right. Hypocrite.
Eating
Oh
words,
no!
grow up.
What you gonna do? People forget things. Oh no, you're horrible because people forget things. Yeah, I got the cut of your jib.
The fact that you're gonna die one day makes me smile.
So it makes you smile for people to be dead. Wow, that's really hateful.
Only really fucked up, shitty people who constantly make excuses to lie about people who hurt their feelings.
That's what you do. You're doing it now. You make excuses for going around attacking people and then telling them, "Oh, I'm happy that you're dead," or "When you die, I'll be happy." Ha ha ha. Good for you.
I wouldn't say I'd be happy. All I have to say is that I think it would just make the world a slightly safer place.
See, there you go again. Yes, keep going with your hatred. Yes, keep going. Come on, bring it.
Because you're easily offended by everything I say.
Well, then stop offending people. Especially how you know it's going to offend somebody. Why are you doing it on purpose? You're an idiot.
You offend me by existing. Does that mean you shouldn't exist?
That's opinionated. That has nothing to do with universal facts.
Nothing you do involves any sort of fact.
The very fact I exist is fact, so you're an idiot.
You literally use things that you heard from a party that you can't verify to basically allow yourself to lambast someone for things you can't even prove happened.
Again, you don't work for me. I don't have to verify anything to you.
The point being is, if you're going to say something, you should at least make sure it's true before you say it, or
Again,
at least speculate if you
need to. It is true. You choose to believe the lie.
Why should I listen to anything at all that you say if nothing you say is backed up by anything?
Well, it is backed up by something. You're just delusional. That's your fault.
No, you're literally just crazy, and you're trying to tell yourself you know the whole thing when you don't.
That's what you do. That's what you're doing now.
No, you.
Yeah, exactly. You. That's what you're doing now. Somebody try to tell you something, and you always have to go open your mouth and say, "No, it's not. No, it's not." You always got to go and be opposition.
It's not true. It doesn't matter what that person says.
It doesn't matter what the person said, you idiot. That's the whole damn point.
Not if what they're saying is false.
What does it involve?
If what they're saying is untrue, it doesn't matter what they're saying.
Yes, it does. You just.
So if someone lies, the lie is more important than the truth because the lie is convenient for them.
The very fact you have to open your mouth in order to lie, don't you? So it doesn't matter what the person says. That's how you determine that that's a lie or not, because of what that person said. So.
You always sound like you're on the verge of fucking crying.
Well, there you go. Hey, you say mean things to people. People cry. Who fault is that? It's yours. Still you. Nice try, though.
No, you.
Yep, that's you. Nice try.
I'm sorry your life sucks so much that this is the only thing you can force yourself to do.
So I'm forcing myself to deal with you, knowing that you're a bully and
an
abuser.
I'm sorry that you're making yourself keep going after people and go back and forth about what is essentially a nothing burger.
So you're calling yourself nothing?
No, I'm saying that you're letting an issue that most people would be able to let go, and you're turning it into a whole campaign that spent almost a decade crying about me because you have no life outside of this.
Well, it's wonderful. That's the same with the LGBTQ plus community. They spent years fighting against idiots like you, hating them for no reason whatsoever, and they still fighting even to this day.
For no reason. You're just an asshole.
So it's for no reason then.
So if you act like an asshole, people are not allowed to dislike you.
No, people can still like you. Trump is an asshole. People like Trump, so I mean, there you go.
Don't give two shits about Trump. That's not relevant.
It is relevant. It's perfectly relevant.
If you act like a total chode to someone, they don't have to tolerate you still.
Yes, they do. If they're intelligent.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
There's a difference between learning to live with people who you don't necessarily like, and then there's someone that acts like a total asshole to you. There's a difference between I can live with this person because they're not that bad, and then it's like, wow, this person's a major sack of shit. I want nothing to do with them.
Again, same thing.
But the point being is, I don't have to tolerate you.
No, you do have to tolerate it. Otherwise, again, consequences. No, yes, you do.
I don't have to tolerate anything at all that you do.
Yes, you do.
I'm not obligated to make room for you in my life, whether it be socially or otherwise.
Actually, you are.
I'm not obligated to do anything at all that makes you happy because you being happy means nothing to me.
Right. So again, but again, that's because
you being dead or alive means nothing to me because it means nothing to anyone around you.
Right, because again, you're mentally deranged. So that's your fault.
No, it's the fact that you're a person that I've never met outside of the internet. And
well, okay, well there you go then. So I guess so you're attacking people and bullying people bullying people. Wow, you're attacking people and bullying people you never met before, who you know nothing about.
No,
that means everything
you act like an asshole, or you say awful shit, and I don't have to be nice to someone that does this.
Okay, but you don't know that person, so everything you're saying is moot.
I don't need to know you. All of your opinions
You
say
don't.
exactly what I
Okay,
need to
so
know.
wait. So you don't need to know the person, but yet you say things about a person that you don't know. So then you're slandering people. Then you're
It's not
misrepresenting
really
them.
slander if your opinions actively explain everything I need to know.
So but that still means nothing because you don't know the person, nor do you know the context of what the person actually says.
If I hear someone's opinion and they go around defending a porn and shit, I don't need to know that person at that point because
Actually, you
their
do.
understanding of ethics and morals at that point has been explained to me by their own opinions to the point where I'm able to say, yeah, fuck this person, I want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, morals don't exist. And again, yes, it does. Is that this is exactly.
If morals don't exist, how do you define what's good and bad?
Good and bad doesn't exist.
But, okay, well, if good and bad don't exist, then that means that everyone should just be allowed to go around and murder as much as they want because we don't have any real reason to say what is and is not justified or unjustified or good or bad.
No, that's idiocracy. You're an idiot.
It's not idiocracy because someone murdering someone because this person pissed them off, even if you don't agree with the reasoning, there's still some kind of reason. Even if the reasoning is based entirely upon rage, you could argue that reason would be sufficient within reason, depending upon the situations.
Right, but
and that's why we have ethics and morals in place. It's not designed for anything other than make sure
definitely.
It's like
Again, no one said that reason didn't exist. Okay, I said good and bad doesn't exist, and morals don't exist. There's a difference.
Okay, well, if good and bad don't exist, then why am I not allowed just to walk down the street and light people's houses on fire?
Because that's arson. You get locked up for it.
The fact is, what decides whether or not arson is good or bad?
Good and bad doesn't exist. That's the law.
But then again, how do you decide what laws are appropriate if you don't have some sort of metric based upon the perceived harm or possible harm?
Actually, there's two answers for that. One is intelligence, and one is the fact that you work for the legal system, so you're obligated to.
But the fact is, like, if you don't believe in things like morals, then why do you try to grandstand about what a person should or shouldn't do?
Because what you're doing is illogical, quite frankly, stupid.
It's not illogical to dislike someone for behaving shitty towards you.
No, it is in your case, because you take things overboard. You take things way overboard.
That response, basically, that response is the equal or opposite reaction to someone else's shitty behavior prior.
No, that only works when someone actually does something to you. Nobody did anything to you. You just went out there and attacked people for no reason because they thought differently, which is not in any way, shape, or form threatening to you. So you admit that you did.
I don't care if someone's offended by mean words.
Okay, so you don't care, then why are you talking about it then?
It's just words. Get over it.
Okay, so it's this word. So if I say,
you never learn that old saying, sticks and stones.
Right. So lead by example then.
Why do I need to lead by example? Why can't other people just learn to think about their opinions before they start spouting off random horse shit?
Because you're not lazy.
That's the definition of lazy, is when you don't consider any of your opinions and try to actually see if whether or not your opinions might have already been disproven by someone previously.
Okay, then do it then, so you won't be lazy.
Again, the only person that's ever tried to say that their opinions are right has been you.
No, that's you. You've been saying that the whole entire time. Well, the thing is that morals and right, wrong is because of this, and right, wrong is this because of that, and all this stuff, and I know everything. That's all you do.
I never said I know everything. You're the one that keeps trying to insinuate people are saying that.
No, your actions and character shows a very massive ego and a very.
I never once said I knew everything, but you're always the one that wants to act like he's some sort of genius sent down from the heavens to bestow knowledge upon others.
Heaven doesn't exist. What heaven? Where's heaven? Show me his heaven.
The point is, you act like someone has appointed you to like the Sky Emperor, God, Queen of the universe.
And who is that?
Point being is you constantly act like no one else in the room is as intelligent as you just because you've walked into the room.
And who else is in the room?
It doesn't matter who else is in the room.
The fact is, you
seem to always think that no matter who else is in the room, you're automatically smarter regardless of how much they know.
Okay, but if there's no one else in the room, then who's they? You just contradict yourself.
The point being is if you walk into a room and automatically assume you're smarter than everyone else present, it doesn't mean you're smarter. It just means you're being presumptuous.
Okay, but who else is in the room?
Well, imagine, for example, you have a bunch of people that are psychology grads, and you walk into the room spouting your bullshit regarding people's like trauma and stuff.
What trauma? Who's
been
traumatized?
You understand more than these people do. Meanwhile, you've never attended like school for these things, but other people have. You're trying to tell other people that are educated on the matter that they don't know anything.
Okay, so you have to. So you're saying that you have to go to school in order to know something.
If you're referring to people who actually specialize in knowing that particular thing, and then you keep trying to tell me know more about it than they do when you don't have the same schooling, yeah.
Okay, so that means that people with degrees are perfect. Like, no one with a degree ever made a mistake.
They just know more about that particular thing than the common person who's not at the same classes and qualifications.
Okay, so people with degrees are better than people without degrees then.
They're more knowledgeable in those fields.
Well, that's really stupid.
Would you want someone that doesn't understand anything about surgery to conduct a surgery on you?
Again, there's a difference between having a degree and understanding something. Understanding something without a degree, you can understand things without having to go to college.
Yes, but would you really trust a doctor who hadn't been to medical school, though?
Yes, I mean, it depends on the individual person. That's context.
Even if the doctor doesn't have a medical license and most likely doesn't know what they're doing, you'd still allow them to open you up.
Again, you're contradicting yourself. You just said that first you said that they did know what they're doing. They didn't go to college. Then you said they don't know what you're doing. Which one is it?
No, I'm saying in the situation, you said you would trust the doctor even if the doctor didn't have a degree. So you're saying a doctor that had not yet graduated medical school, technically not a doctor, still an undergrad, you'd still let them conduct a surgery on you even though they're not actually a doctor yet.
Again, doctor and all that stuff are titles. It's about actions and character. What do you actually know? You don't need a degree in order to know things.
But the fact is that degree more or less signifies they've actually gone all the way through medical school, which means they are actually now fully trained, as opposed to someone who's only partially trained.
Okay, so like Michael Jackson had a doctor, and his doctor had a degree, and
the doctor was bought out with money. That's not
exactly,
the same thing as a doctor,
and that's
intentionally making a mistake.
And that's my whole entire point. Just because you have a degree doesn't mean that you're an intelligent doctor.
That one isolated incident should automatically be used to basically cover all doctors.
It's not one isolated incident. And number two, the principle is the same. Just because you have a degree doesn't mean that you're logical and doesn't mean that you're intelligent. Right?
But you will still know more about it than someone else who doesn't have the degree.
No, that's not the case in all cases. No. I mean,
if we are looking at the typical number of cases, that standard would apply.
No.
Yes, it would.
No.
There's a reason you go to see there's a reason that people go to see a licensed therapist to discuss their problems instead of talking to a random hobo on the side of the road or just to like a wall or someone that doesn't really know how to help them.
Okay, so you're saying that hobos can't be intelligent?
No, I'm saying that someone that's trained to help someone process grief, for example, is most likely going to be better equipped to handle it than someone who might not have those qualifications and might not properly understand how to handle those situations.
No, that's not true.
There's a reason that you wouldn't hire a random person with no understanding in like police work, for example, to be a detective. It's because they don't meet the necessary criteria to make sure the job's done effectively.
No, that's not true either. See, this is where the problem comes in. Now. Okay, so you have to make the difference between knowing something and not going to college and not knowing something, period.
Okay, well, would you hire a fucking meter maid to be a homicide detective?
Yeah, they knew
even though the meter maid has no qualifications and doesn't understand how to go about any of that investigative work.
Yeah, I mean, if they're intelligent, yes.
The thing is, though, this person is not properly taught on procedures, so how are they going to properly investigate if they don't understand how the investigation works?
Because investigation is a lot more than just procedures and following the book.
But the fact, here's the thing. You said you were investigating me. What exactly was this big investigation for?
You're bullying, harassing, slandering, persecuting other people, and threatening the lives of others.
So basically, it's going to all boil down to you called me mean names.
No, I just explained it to you. Stop putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, I know. It all boils down to mean names.
No, stop putting words in my mouth.
That was it.
No, stop putting words in my mouth.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm literally just boiling it down to what it really is at the very bottom of it.
So you're putting words in my mouth. Because that's not what I said.
So you're literally just saying a bunch of bullshit that all means the same thing.
No.
Yeah.
See, there you go, being stupid again. Not civilized.
No, I just don't give a fuck.
So why are you talking about it then, you idiot? Man.
Because you this little retarded ass investigation, like, I'm gonna get you arrested. No, you're not.
You keep saying that, and then time will
tell.
Your
police force has no authority.
Actually, again, no. That's not how that works. Oh, that's another thing, too. Yes, that's it. Civilian arrest. That is the thing, yeah. So, again, yeah, people do have authority.
Not civilian arrest, it's citizens arrest.
Exactly, citizens arrest.
Other people are not gonna jump me in my hometown just
You
because
don't
I
know
hurt your
that.
feelings on the internet.
You don't know that. You live in Michigan. Have
I
you ever
do
heard
know that.
Detroit?
If anyone sees the dumb shit you say, it's gonna be like, oh, you said shit to a motherfucker under those circumstances. Okay, I get it.
Right, and then they
I
go
don't
out
really
there.
understand why, but I get it.
Right, and then they go and they threaten your sister. So.
Like, no one threatened my sister. It was actually people that followed
Whoa,
your account.
wait a
Fucking
second.
weirdos from the Philippines.
Wait a second. You told me the last time we talked that your sister was being harassed, and you blame me for it. Now you're saying your sister wasn't harassed? Oh, wow. Oh,
How about
my.
you shut the fuck up and stop twisting my fucking words around?
No, that's exactly what you just said.
You said she was threatened. She wasn't threatened. She was harassed. There's
Exactly. Threatened, harassed. Exactly. So at the end of the day,
I said harassed. I never said threatened. You said
you said out your own mouth it never happened. That's what I'm addressing.
No, I said that she wasn't threatened, but she was harassed.
Okay. So what's your point?
So the point being is you more or less indirectly caused it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Now, you can.
If you keep denying it, I'm just gonna boo you from the server.
I mean, you know it's fascinating. You know censoring people.
If you keep denying it,
you
I'm
keep
gonna
censoring.
boo your ass. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
You say you don't love. You say you don't support censorship, and then you censor people.
So.
See, there you go, censoring people. Mute. Censoring, censor. No free speech.
Not censorship. I'm not in the mood to hear a 40-minute. I'm not in the mood to hear like a 45-minute long harangue about how you're not responsible for the things you do.
Right. I didn't do anything. I'm responsible for something I didn't do.
You
right.
posted a link to her account, which led people to fuck with her. That's the long and short of it.
But that's assumption and hearsay. You're assuming that there's connection.
The evidence is right fucking there.
No. You're assuming that
it's right there.
No, you are assuming. Okay. It's like if I went out and published something about you, right? And then someone went out there and harassed you.
I narrow it down.
Okay, and then someone goes out there and harasses you. Okay? There's no correlation between me, him, and you. I didn't tell that person to go harass you. No, it's not. No. Okay, so did I tell that? Did I tell that person to go harass you? No. So what does that have to do with me then? It does make a difference.
You motivated someone to do it.
No, I didn't motivate anybody. I just said, did I tell them to do it? No, I didn't.
Gave people a target to go after and said, this is what this person is.
Yeah, that's again, no. Again.
It's literally just you basically painted a target on someone's back and said, here you go, have at it.
Okay, so what you're saying, since you're saying is that people have no free will. We're all just robots.
There's a difference between free will and then there's just simply doing things that could hurt somebody.
No, it's the same thing. People utilize free will to do things that hurt people. That's what choice is.
So even if you're the one that causes it indirectly,
but again, that's the whole entire thing. If people have free will, it doesn't matter what's said to them. They made the final decision whether to do something to you or not. So it has nothing to do with me either way.
So if I said that people should go kill you and someone killed you, it's somehow not my fault, even if I'm actively pointing people in your direction.
You're an idiot for saying that, yes, but again, it's not necessarily your fault. I mean, unless you hire them or pay them or something like that, that's different. But I mean,
what's the difference between that and literally giving someone their address?
The fact that, again, one is choice, one is actually bribery. You bribe someone to go and put a hit on someone. They're two completely different things, right?
Are you allowed to post my address and do things that might get me injured or killed?
Again, addresses are public affair, right? I mean, have you ever seen a yellow book? Have you ever seen a white pages, the yellow pages and the white pages? It's full of addresses. What are you talking about?
That's the same thing as someone. Like, here's the thing. It's one thing if you just have an address. It's another thing if you call someone something that could possibly get people to commit violence if they believe they're taking care of someone who they think is a bad person.
Okay, so notice how you just said could. So there's no evidence that it would. You just said could. So you're assuming that it could.
If you argue that, like, here's the thing. You're against guns because people could go out and shoot people with guns. But then at the same time, like, when people could commit violence, you're not against violence possibly occurring to someone if you're the one that gives people the means to do it.
That's not what I think at all.
That's not what you think at all. It's just what you actively keep trying to imply.
That's what you're insinuating. Okay? Well, I'm
You have 48 hours to take down those TikToks, or all those videos are going back up.
Well, I am in. Oh, so you're threatening me now? Oh, yeah, right. You're not bullied, but you're threatening me now. Right.
48 hours.
Right. See. Okay. So this is another thing too. Okay. So you expect me to go and take down multiple things in 48 hours? You not realize how long it takes to actually find things? 48 hours is 2 days. Okay. I mean, the White House is. I mean, laws aren't even passed in 2 days. Come on. 2 days. That's really stupid. An idiot. 2 days. Like he owns me. In order that's a violation of the agreement right there. Wow, he really is stupid. What is this? $48 hours for what? I don't know what 48 hours is. I don't know what he's talking about.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. We strive to stand up against cyberbullies like Gage Kirby and the conservatives who try and silence us. Please share, subscribe, and be a vocal part of a new peaceful world. Until next time, goodbye.